Hi everyone, welcome to our treasure home. Wow, Tuesday night live. I was gonna say Monday because that's what I'm used to. So we got Mr. and Mrs. Walter Job in here, and Carla too, and Rebecca. So Mr. and Mrs. Job Jr. Hi Rebecca. Hi TV watchers. All right. Hi chat. Hi replay watchers. So sorry, I got a little TV a little bit loud there. Usually they just changed it from the video game to the TV, and then you know how that goes. Even the commercials, the ad, even if it's on YouTube, the sound for sound for whatever you're watching, all of a sudden the ad comes on, it's blaring. It's like, oh my goodness. So tonight they got this new tea. I don't want to say it's like a boba tea or whatever. And so they made hot chocolate with it. So that's what I have here. This one's like a green tea. It's it smells so good. It smells like strawberry. And it's strawberry and a green tea. Something like that. Right, hold on one moment. Well, what I was going to do is read the package to you, but I can't find the package. Partially played on your playlist while I was at work. Oh, thank you. Yes. Anything helps. That's so cool. Thank you so much. And then today I made a video, so it'll be uploaded on the cooking channel. But I made our cookies. This is a Christmas tree. Then there's the spritz cookies. This one has this. It's supposed to be red, but it came out pink sugar cookies. And this was supposed to be a wreath, but it's a elongated wreath. Every year, Anastasia, I have some years that thing works fine, and some years it doesn't. It's a magic chef. When it's push things, you push the shape through the design and everything. And this year was one of those years. It would do all right, but it wouldn't stick onto the pan or something. So we had to pull it off. And hey, Jane Doe, how you doing? So Anastasia was doing, I was doing that, and I did a video about how to make your own sugar sprinkles and stuff and everything. So that will be uploaded this week. I took today to make videos. So I made some videos. I made one video for a treasure home, 2 videos for cooking. Actually, there's 3 videos, and there probably won't upload it without me editing anything. So I have to go in there and fix that because I laid it. I mean, we had sheets for dinner, so I decided I didn't feel like cooking tonight. So I went ahead and kind of cheated a little bit eating, had some fries, And I did not have the small fries. I told them to give me the big ones because I don't usually have them. We sheets or something like that once a month. So I just went ahead and just like splurged. Had some chicken tenders and French fries. But if you ever been to a Sheetz and you know what Sheetz is, a gas station and everything, they actually have some really great food. Some of it's better than some of the fast food restaurants that you go to. So what they did, they have I can taste it now. They have a can over there. They use double chocolate cocoa mix. We have our own cocoa mix because we make it ourselves with like Hershey cocoa powder or the store brand cocoa powder, and the ratio is 1 cup of the cocoa powder to 1 cup of sugar. So we make it ourselves because when Anastasia was born, they didn't have any dairy-free hot chocolate mix or anything. So her mom found how to make it ourselves, and so we use the almond milk. So we use 1 cup of almond 1 cup of milk, whether it's almond, oat, regular milk, whichever, to 1/4 of a cup of your mix. I think that's how it goes. It's on the channel somewhere. Oh, let me fix these lights. Anastasia has them blinking, but I kind of like do it that way because of the way it's done on the computer. So that's what we did today. And then, yes, they did get me some turkey hot dogs. So on the cooking channel, I'll be making humming corn dogs. That's going to be so much fun. I sit there and try to do that. I never made them before. I always bought the corn dogs and everything. I want to make my own. I tell you, this stuff is thick. That's a double chocolate for sure. And I don't have no water. I do have water. I just don't have none sitting right here beside me. And I have 4 bottles over there by the chair. Only one of them I remember which one is water. The other, I think. Man, this has bubbles in it. So I bet you this is, it should be water. Yeah, it's water. And then go, psh. Yes, I can have coconut. Oh, it's my daughter-in-law. She can eat coconut. She can drink coconut. She can't use like shampoo or body wash or bar of soap that has coconut in it for some reason or another. It just breaks her out. But we can eat coconut. Yes, we can have coconut. I love coconut cream pie and coconut cake and so all those good stuff and everything. So starting the first of the year, there'll be more coming with the cooking channels and everything, because this is kind of like a trial one for me also, that I used to, oh, it's late, I can't stay up to make a video and everything. Yeah, that was just me thinking. So this is my trial one of telling myself, oh, yes, you can do that. You can do what you need to put your mind to do it. So, and that's and it's easy to tell people, you can do it. Whatever you want to do, you put your mind to it, set your mind to it, you can do it. Talking to myself here. You remember I was saying, when you point to somebody, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. We do have coconut milk powder. Yes. So that's why I was like, got to talk to myself out of doing stuff sometimes. And now I'm like, you know what? You can't do that no more. There's no excuses anymore. You can't, no excuses for you. So I have no more excuses to myself. Yeah, we do. I have coconut milk powder that one's in the fridge. I keep forgetting to, because I would put it in my coffee because it's really good in my coffee, and I just forget. And then I'm like, then I get over here and I sit down. I'm like, oh, I want to put such and such in my coffee. I'm not getting up to go do it. Because I was like, that's like, with this thing, I'm stubborn. I really do need to use the canes to walk because it helps me stand up straight and I'm not humped over or, anything like that. So I notice when I do use the cane, it makes me stand up straight. My back's, I say start straightening up. So y'all know what I mean. So that, because if your back supports really your whole body. So trying to still working on the weight and everything. So today, because here's the funny thing. All right, let me tell you, this is how the Lord works, okay? Where'd my ring go? I wonder if it's up upstairs in Anastasia's room. I'll have to ask her to look for it. I thought for sure, I know I put it in my pocket. It probably is in her room because it had the cookies in my pocket and I pulled it out. All right, I'll ask here in a few minutes. So, last week when I went to the grocery store, and sometimes people forget, and like in the produce and the meat section and all that, and the dairy and everything, there's those things that's in the middle, and sometimes they put some really cool stuff in the middle aisle thing, in the middle, and so I went to look at something else, and I saw the eggs, and I'm like, oh, 60 eggs for $10. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's the better deal than buying two counts of 18 was like $5 or something like that. I said, stuff, that's not bad or anything. And I said, you know what? The next time I come, I'm going to get that 60 count of eggs. I mean, for $10, you can't beat that, So, and I didn't say anything to my son and daughter-in-law because the Walmart and the health card and all that wasn't working. And I'm just like, it was disgusted. So I was like, forget it, So I forgot all about that. So I had put eggs on the grocery list. So they get home and they're bringing in things. And I say, she has this box. And at first I thought, they got another box from Vet 19 or something or another. And happened as she walks by, I see it says eggs. They finally found that and I got the 60 count of eggs. I was like, yes. So after they come in, they sat down and was putting groceries away. I said, I saw that last week. And so the next time I go, I was going to get it and everything as a surprise and everything. He goes, yeah, we finally found it. He goes, if you put eggs on the grocery list next week, I'm going to kick your butt. I know, so I was going to do it as a joke, but I ain't going to do that. But I thought, how, there is a reel or a thing on Instagram, and this guy was talking about he's been house sitting for his boss because his boss is on vacation, and he goes enough apparently a long enough time where this guy can have a room and brought his stuff over and everything so he could work from home and everything. But he also volunteers at a church. How do you say it? It's a church furniture type thing. It's a volunteer, but they give away like furniture or something and stuff like that. People can come get and everything. And so that day he was volunteering. Right, let me back up. So while he's at his boss's house, he's able to fix his room up and everything. And he goes, he has a light, but he really needed the lamp and everything. And he just really didn't think too much about it, about praying for a lamp. He goes, it's a lamp. I can just go to the store, buy a $10 lamp and everything. And also, and that's what he had his mind on after he finished volunteering that day. So while he's volunteering and everything, there were people bringing in furniture and people dropping stuff off. Well, somebody dropped off 2 floor lamps, the tall, like floor lamps like this. And, the old style that had the round lampshade on it and everything. And he said to himself, he goes, oh my goodness. He goes, you're kidding me. So he didn't say anything. The lady, was, checking stuff off and everything. And she comes over. She goes, oh my goodness. She goes, some more lamps. She goes, I don't know how in the world, where I'm going to put them or how we're going to get rid of them or something or other like that and everything. And she turned to him and, I want to say, I can't remember his name. I want to say Walter, but I don't know if that was his name. But she turned to him and said his name. She goes, do you need a lamp? He goes, well, Mrs. So-and-so. He goes, as a matter of fact, yes, I do. She goes, you pick which one you want, and please take it. She goes, you can have it for free. No, just take it. It's yours. And he goes, that's how the Lord works. Those little secret desires of your heart that you tell nobody about, or you think it may be little, it's little, I can just go buy that, or, it'd be all right and everything. But the Lord even met that little need and everything. He goes, I just have to tell y'all because God is real. He goes, the Lord just knows and everything. And I was just like, that just, when I saw those eggs, that made me think of that story. And it's like how the Lord had sat there. It's like, okay, Lord, I use eggs because I try to have 2 eggs a day. I talk about Dr. Berg all the time. So, go to Dr. Berg, and put in, if you're on your phone, just type in Dr. Berg put eggs. If you're on the computer or a laptop or something, you can go to a little search thing. When you go to his homepage, type in eggs. And he tells you about eggs. It has everything you need except calcium. So, and I was like, so if he said talking about eating eggs and everything, and his suggestion was to eat 2 eggs a day, but add turmeric. He goes, if you eat turmeric for 14 days, have turmeric with something, mostly it's black pepper, which I think is probably the cause of I don't know why black pepper. I know red pepper flakes, but he goes, the black pepper helps your body absorb the turmeric better. And he goes, if you have inflammation, joints and everything, he goes, within 14 days. I'm not going to finish what he's saying because you got to go over there and listen, because he tells you what happens in 14 days of having that turmeric. But I'm determined. I'm on, what day am I on? Day. I think I started Saturday because I've got to write it down. So I think I'm started Saturday. It's like I'm only like 3 days in or so or something. So I eat 2 eggs, put my turmeric and ginger, and my salt, a little bit of salt, pink salt, and everything. And so that's how I have my turmeric. I eat it in my food. It's a spice, or you can make your own capsules and everything. But I'm like, yeah, I want to see in 14 days. It helps with inflammation and joints. Mr. Arthritis likes to visit this hand. Even the carpal tunnel is pretty good. Now I can tell you, this should be on Wednesday night, so that I'll do, where they did the carpal tunnel surgery. You can still see it on this hand pretty much. My scar right there. But on this hand, it's gone away. because I put castor oil. I put my castor oil. Hey, Ruby. Oh, that's good. An hour is good. An hour would do good. Because I have my castor oil and olive oil mix and everything, and I put it on my hands and everything. I just happened to notice because somebody was watching, were talking about scars. They were talking about scars. And I was like, well, I have a little scar right here on my hand. So this little one right here, if y'all can see it, it's right there. That's not from the carpal tunnel surgery. And I always got to thinking, I said, well, did they go with that scar? And I just, I was like, no, that one's there. So I'm going to tell you how I got that little scar. So I said my mom used to drive a bus for their school. Well, it was raining one day. So I was Anastasia's age. And so somewhere along there. But no, it was actually like the fall because I had a sweater on and it was cool outside. So it started getting cold outside. And it was raining. So our house is right here. So my mom was able to park the bus in front of the house. That's where she kept it. So it wasn't far from the bus to the front door. But it was pouring when we got there. So I went up to the front door, and everybody had a screen door. You remember those screen doors and everything? The top was the glass and the bottom was the glass, and you can like change it out to the screen or the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen or whichever one you wanted. And the bottom part had the, I don't want to say iron, but it wasn't iron. But you had, back then you could have one with your initial on it and everything. It was fancy stuff. Well, they had locked the screen door, and I could not figure out why they locked that screen door. It was raining. Why you locked it? It was both my sisters were the only ones home, and they had locked the screen door. So I was in there trying to open it and everything else, and I went banging on the glass, and so my mom's coming, and she's yelling. She goes, "Don't be banging on that glass, and don't you break." As soon as she said that word, and my next to older sister came around the corner, I hit that glass, and it went all over me, all over her. And oh boy, I never heard the end of it. And she goes, "You better not cut yourself." And I was like, I guess I did. So, they put the screen in there. I think we had another glass one, but I was just like, oh my goodness. Those things that you remember. But, it was raining, and our porch wasn't covered. It wasn't a covered porch, and I didn't have an umbrella. My mom had the umbrella, so I'm sitting there getting soaking wet and drenched and everything. And school books, we had to pay for the school books, so it's just like, okay, whatever. So there was a nice cut right there. It didn't bleed that much, just enough to. It was. So, and I was like, I have that scar. I was like, so I was looking at it when people were talking about surgeries and everything. And I was like, well, I don't see the scar for the carpal tunnel surgery anymore, but I sure see that scar from, I hit that glass window just the right time. I thought that was interesting. So that castor oil does help with scars. And I put it away last night. And then here's a funny thing, okay? Here we go. Something hilarious. My sisters, all right, so if I've shown y'all my hands, and this bugs me because it's my hands, all right? So if I have it a certain way and everything, if you can see, they look like old wrinkly hands. And I'm just like, why? And I'm like, one doctor goes, because you're overweight. I'm like, my hands have been this way since I was 6 years old. So don't sit there and tell me I'm up because of my weight. look at me so funny. I was offended because I was like, because I asked, I said, why is my skin that looks like this? And I see he was trying to tell me all these excuses about overweight and hormones and this, that, and other. I'm like, it's been this way since I was 6 years old. We were sitting at the table one afternoon, and my grandmother was there. It was a one Saturday because my mom worked on Saturdays, and she come over and helped my dad clean and everything. So she's sitting at the table because this is right before we get ready to take her home and everything. And I sit there. We all sit around the table, and I put my hands down like this and had it just the same way she had her hands. And my things, she goes, "Oh, Nancy, look at your hands. They look just like Granny's." I looked at her and I go, "I ain't old." Then I looked at her, I'm like, I ain't old. I'm not old. So I'm just like, what in the world? Because I'll sit there and look at it and do that. And I just, all I hear is, your hands look like Granny's. I'm just like, I wasn't old at 6 years old. So why is it still that way? So I'm just like, I don't know. Does your body absorb some nutrients and some it doesn't? And so you need to take supplements and everything. Who knows? I do take a vitamin D3 because I know my body doesn't absorb vitamin D from the sun. Like, that's really thick. So, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. Still figuring things out like that. So what have we done so far with the crochet? So I made 2 blocks and these 2 blocks. They were supposed to be this size. These a little bit bigger. And you know what? I'm not changing them. Now these aren't as long as the blanket blocks. So these will be the blocks for like whether she wants to choose this to be the when she's playing the X or the O. So it's just going to be that way. I'm just not fixing it. I know a mistake I made. I just had made these taller. More rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11, and this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's only supposed to do 10, and I did 2 extra ones, and 1 extra one on these 2. I'm like, we'll just work it out. So I'm like, so now I just gotta make 4 of this color ones. So those would be like if you chose X or O's, it'd be the opposite. So that's what we're doing now. And this is how much I have left of the pink yarn. So I'm going to use that as part of the weaving process of weaving it all together. And I'm like, so just things that you remember growing up. All right, so I like this, but it's just too thick. I need to, let me go get another cup. Alrighty, so I got my Merry and Bright Snoopy Berry, Merry and Bright Snoopy mug. So I finally made that video about all my peanuts and Snoopy mugs and everything. So that'll be coming out this week on Our Treasure Home. And there, so, and the, you know, I knew each time when I got them, where I was, basically where I was, how long I've had them, and everything. So all that's in that video. Okay, a whole lot thirstier than I thought I was. You know, so the only thing about these, they're just plain. No, that's vanilla, as they call for vanilla flavoring. It's like they really need something like an almond flavor or something else. Tarani flavors will really work really well on those cookies. So the next time I make those cookies, I'm adding something different. Because, you know, I was like, so, we did it, that has a little recipe thing that comes with it and everything. And so I went by the recipe. And still, they taste good, but just like they just no flavor whatsoever. And my son goes, "Did you make sugar cookies?" I'm like, "Yeah, we did the Magic Chef thing over there. We found out a yard sale for $5." He goes, "You know why I don't like sugar cookies?" Another reason. I was like, "No." He goes, "Because every cookie has sugar in them." I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's the main basis of a cookie is the sugar." 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So, yeah, I know. He likes snickerdoodles. Oh, the coating of snickerdoodles is sugar and cinnamon. Go figure. But his favorite used to be peanut butter. And I still like peanut butter. I like crunchy peanut butter cookies. So I have crunchy peanut butter so that I can start making stuff on the cooking channel with peanut butter. And peanut butter is a good snack to have with celery. And oh goodness. So we got stuff to make a veggie tray, and gotta look and see, because I put down Walmart brand turkey and sliced turkey and chicken. And it's just something about Lana Lakes I just don't like anymore. It's so slimy for some reason. And I don't eat lunch meat like that often. I only get it when we have bad weather, like this past week, and the ice and the snow and the rain and blah da 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 dee dee dee. So I was like, just to be on the safe side, have some of that in case we lose power. So thank the Lord. And when it was 2 degrees outside, 1 degree, we did not lose power. So yeah, today's high was 34. So they said they changed it to 38. So tonight's low is 37. So it's 38. It got warmer. So Oh my goodness. They keep changing. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be high 57 Thursday. It was just rain. But the low is 24. So now they're calling it a mix of rain, snow, and sleet. I'm like, Thursday night. Yes, it is. It is a blessing. Yep. Snow showers Friday. 30% chance of snow. But that's all right. So tomorrow is supposed to be 39 with the low of 30. Thursday high of 48 with a low of 28. Then Friday's high is 28. So, we're going to be on that roller coaster thing. And all these other people, they irritate me sometimes. Well, it's going to be a heat wave, Christmas heat wave. Act like it's going to be 90 degrees up here in the north, and it's not even going to be that. It's going to be the average temperatures it's supposed to be for this time of year of going from fall to winter. But they made such a big, huge deal out of it. So I just start listening to a little bit, and it's practicing for one. I agree. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Thank you. Now, most of us all know and remember growing up, our grandparents telling us if it's trees are loaded with acorns, that's God giving the squirrels food to gather up for the wintertime. It means it's going to be a harsh winter. Watch the squirrels. If they're gathering a lot of food, if they start gathering food early. And the other thing was their tails. If they was full and bushy, it's going to be a cold winter. My grandma was rarely ever wrong. I remember like 3 years in a row, our neighbor had an acorn tree. And it was loaded. Hey, Verna, how you doing? It was loaded. It was acorns all over the ground. All over. Our street was covered of crushed acorns because the cars, going up and down the street and everything. And our street would just look like a dirt road because of all the acorns being with the cars. So, sure enough, we had those cold winters and lots of snow. And, talk about the woolly worm and everything. And then, let's see, was that the squirrels, the nuts? Oh, if it was a hot summer, are you going to have a harsh winter? And like 3 summers in a row, it got to up to over 100 degrees and heat warnings and everything. And we had a drought. And, it was a bad winter. It was, I'll tell you. Because it was one winter, 1 year, and we had a blizzard, and it snowed. Taking a West from Crocheting, almost done with this extra large truck. Awesome. It was snowing so hard that the snowplows couldn't keep up and everything. So they told them to stop the snowplows for the roads, and they had to wait till the storm was over with. So it wasn't the blizzard of 78 either. That was in the 80s. And I was like, yes, we loved it. And how I know that because, all right, 79, I was 10, 78, I was 9. So, okay, maybe it was, we had snow then too, because that's 1 year I got the sled. But I didn't meet my best friend until we went from 3rd grade to 4th grade. I mean, she lived down the street. Her house is here. Her house is here. And we didn't even know each other and everything. She lived there and she knew I lived up there because we were never allowed to walk down the street by ourselves. When we walked around the neighborhood, she was never outside. So I didn't know that until one day I saw her walking up the street and she had her little music jewelry box. So she had met her brother. So she went for a walk. So she decided she was walking up the street and gather up rocks and everything, you know. And I remember I went in the house and I was telling my mom was on the phone. I said, Mom, I said, there's a girl, Sarah. She goes, what? She was so too busy on the phone. She goes, okay, well, just go out there and meet her. And that's all she said. She didn't ask anything else, what she looked like or anything. So I went out there and I introduced myself. So, and she told me she had gotten an argument with her brother and everything. We went around, gathered rocks. So came inside and asked my dad that he had was a bag or something or another, and could I walk down the street? Her name was Shelby. So I said, I walk down the street and walk back up. He goes, yeah, go ahead. He just didn't care. That was like, okay, cool. So, we went and gathered rocks. And all. So, you know, so that's how, things we remember growing up and everything. Yep, it's getting bedtime up there. All right, look how that came out. I did not make that to do that, but that curved. I think that's pretty cool. I was like, oh boy, now I need to. I don't think I think I missed one. That's what it is. Right there. I missed. Did I miss that one? But you know what? I think I'm just going to leave it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. No, it's 27. Like it's supposed to be. But isn't that cool? It made a V shape. Hey, Vernon, look at that. Exactly. So, I was like, okay. Well, and we're not friends anymore, but, she chose things that I did not agree with and everything. So she went on her way and I went on my way and everything. So, I still, have no idea what she's doing in life or anything. I think Anastasia's pretty excited about that video game that they're playing. Yeah. So it's just things like that you remember. Um, like the pool being frozen and the icicles from the roof of the house all the way to the ground and everything. So that's what I say, well, it ain't never been like this before. I'm just like, oh my goodness, yes it has. Oh yeah, hold on for a minute. Let me ask. Nothing right now. So, and we'll look in the morning because Anastasia goes, "Is it downstairs?" I said, "I looked on the desk where I normally would put it. It's not there." And alrighty. Yep, it's not here on the desk. Oh, I know it didn't fall down. So we'll look for it the daytime. Yeah, that's my mother's ring that I have. It's mother/grandmother's ring. So I don't like not having it. So, oh well, all right. It's up there somewhere. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm back. So I am just going to go ahead and work on this. And get these 4 blocks done. Then we can sew the blanket together. Yeah, because when I take it off to wash dishes or whatever, I always put it in this pocket. So that's why I went to go put it on, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot to put it back on. And I put the cookies and the paper towels in this pocket. So, and I don't think when I took them out upstairs. So, I'll be up there early in the morning. So when they get up, I'll be upstairs looking. I told Anastasia, and she in the bed, and she rolls over, and she feels like something's in her back or something. That's being the ring. Like the princess and the pea. That's what that reminds me of. Alrighty, so let's see here. Start singing some songs here in a little bit. But yeah, the snow has started to melt some, and it didn't really melt that much today, like they said it would. So it'll probably melt more tomorrow, especially Thursday, if it's supposed to be 57 and raining. I'm like, ugh. And so, Thursday they go to the doctor. And I don't go to the allergist anymore. I still haven't sit there and talked to my insurance company about them billing them. Hey, Joy and Donnie. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Well, we've had fun. Doing this and singing, looking at the Christmas tree. Oh, let's see. Columbus City Council votes to strip power from German village. Huh? Columbus City Council votes to strip power from German village other historical districts. That's not a good thing. That was the headline. Now, okay, so let me read this so we all understand. Columbus City Council voted unanimously Monday night to strip power from historic districts and their commissions after the city lost a legal battle with German Village Society over accessibility sidewalk curb ramps. So the City Council voted to change City Code for a permit called Certificate of Appropriateness, used most often in historical districts with German Village, Italian Village, Victorian Village, and the Brewery District, more often than a dozen others. The city tried to install ADA-compliant curb ramps in German Village without obtaining one of these permits. Oops. So, wow. Yeah, you can't go into historical places and start changing things without, you know, doing it through the right things. It's like, I don't understand. What? That's why they have things in place like that. Because, that's where I went downtown with Amisha's friend Evan. Hi, Evan, if you're watching, he came and picked me up and we went down to German Village to Smith's to eat German food. And, that was pretty cool. I thought it was handicap friendly. Curves were wheelchair accessible. What I saw, but that was back in the day too. Now they've had wheelchairs way before. Watch Little House on the Prairie. They had wheelchairs back then. Had wooden wheels or so, but still they had them. So then now over the years everything's technology and everything. You got electric ones now and stuff. So they're so funny up there. But we had a good time. Only thing I couldn't eat was the dessert, and because it's all the desserts are all made with milk. So even when Anastasia has gone through all her stuff and next year she's able to have regular milk, I don't know if myself would be able to have regular milk. That's something that I just have to try and see. Excuse me. So, to a month and let's see, I saw a month and 10 days. I have not had my allergy shots and everything. My eyes are watering today because all kinds of other things. You see something that it's not sad, but really touches you. But then you hear a sermon, and it's like the Lord's really speaking to you, and then you think of something or think of family, and then I was like, well, let me look at my arm. So this has really gone down. It's not raised or anything. Also, like I said, I've been using this lotion. Because see, when I take my ring off to put lotion on, it's been right here or over here. And I don't think, I know it was in my pocket because I was washing dishes. And I just forgot to put it on. But see, I put the lotion on and it goes really down. So, and I've been wearing sleeves. So the three factors are, is it the ground hamburger? Is it the red pepper flakes? Or is it my arm bending and touching the like they say, contact dermatitis. I don't, like I feel like buying a whole bunch of vegetable stock and chicken stock broth or whatever, same thing, and eat that for 3 weeks and just start my system all over from scratch. If you go, so if you have surgery and when you wake up from that, you have to eat a liquid diet, and then you go from liquid to like eating pudding. Hey Heather, how you doing? To eating pudding, and then you build your body back up to having regular food. That's what I feel like doing. Because I can't really fast. I can't. I've tried fasting food. I've tried. The most I can do is 24 hours, and then I really start to feel it, and I'm like, okay, Lord, this is not working. I gotta do something else. So I pick different things like social media or the TV. So this time, what I did was instead of watching my Murder She Wrote or emergency DVDs and everything, um, I said I was not watching it anymore until Donnie got his hours. So he finally got his hours, and then I'm like, okay, well then I'll do the same thing for myself. So I got myself on the TV and like, well, I just don't watch DVDs or any shows until I get my hours. That's my fasting. Because I sit here, put the Murder She Wrote or whatever emergency. I'll be on. I will finish the Murder She Wrote. I'll be back on emergency or Magnum PI, and I watch a DV a night. At so one DVD would have like 3 or 4 shows. So those were our shows back then, which would be like you ate some pico de gallo chips tonight. Then my feet were hot fast. It's the spices. Yeah, I know. Yeah, those hot peppers. Yep, we'll do it. So like 5 o'clock for dinner. It's like a dinner and a show. So that's what I would do, and then just keep going, and I'll be watching that and crocheting and everything. And I got whoever's live, I'm watching them or watching people's videos, and I'm just like, okay, so I gotta do something else besides I can't really fast food. I could do maybe a 16 hour, maybe 24. But I do go to 2, 3 days. No, my no. I'm like, no, that does not work for me. So um, so I chose to do something else. I don't want videos. And I don't want videos. All right. I just have to think of songs and try to get the lyrics. Christmas song lyrics. All right. Here's one. Let's see here. I can't remember how the tune goes. Oh, I might have to sit there listen to the song real quick so I can get the tune. No, I don't like that. Alrighty, let's see here. I gotta listen to the ad at the same. How long is your marathon gonna be? Until I get to 4K. Actually, I've decided I'm going through the 31st. I'm in the new year, but technically till I get to my 4K hours. Some nights on here I'll be on till 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes it might be an hour, but tonight, since I don't have to be up early or nothing, I'll go as long as probably 2 or 3 hours. We just get to talking and singing and crocheting. Okay, all you're saying is that's not the whole song. All right, maybe this will be it. And all through the house, not a creature was staring, not even a mouse. So, it's the toe. So good. All right, thank you. This is my two front teeth. My two front teeth. See my two front teeth. If I could only have my two front teeth, I could wish you Merry Christmas. Alright. Sister Susie. Alright, but see, there's another part of that song. Wish you Merry Christmas. Because there's some verses in there that I'm trying to hear to see how it goes. Alright, so I remember that. I definitely can't get a copyright on that song. Okay, so nobody, all right, so I'll just sit there. It says, everybody stops and stares at me. These two teeth is gone, as you can see. I don't know just who to blame for this catastrophe, but my one wish for Christmas Eve is plain as it can be. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth. See my two front teeth? Gee, if I only had my two front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. Seems so long since I could say Sister Susie sitting on a thistle. Gosh, oh gee, how happy I'd be if I could only whistle. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth. See my two front teeth? Gee, if I could only have my two front teeth, then I could wish you Merry Christmas. But see, I know there's more verses to that song because that's what I remember singing. Yeah, do you want to build a snowman? See, that's a Disney song, so I don't know if you get a copyright on that or not. I'm saying, hark the bells, sweet summer bells, all seem to say, throw cares away, Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, making a bowl. Get ding dong, ding dong. No, ding dong, ding dong. That is a song with joyful ring, all caroling, one seem to sing. Words like a cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound of a healing dale, telling that tale. See, that's part when I got to that fast part, I was like, oh no, I can't do For some reason. Hear they ringing while the people singing. Sounds of good cheer, Christmas here. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Oh, on the sound set. Well, with that end, there drove her on to everyone. Then hark how the bells, sweet several bells, and they start again. And I was just like, man, that got that song going so fast. And I'm like, y'all need to slow that song down just a little bit. People sing that song. I was like, oh my goodness. And a dance of the sugar plum fairy had. Huh. It does have some words to it. Yeah, that's the only part of that song I know. Without hearing ding dong merrily on high, in heaven the bells are ringing, ding dong verily the sky is violent with angels singing. Oh, Hosanna in excelsis, Gloria. I am off tune. And Hosanna in excelsis, air so here below. Let steeple bells be swung and by priests and people sung. Can I hit that tone? Gloria. Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna in excelsis. Pray ye dutifully prime your maiden chime, ye ringers. May ye beautifully rhyme your every time song, ye singers. Gloria in excelsis day. Excelsis. That's something else. I know what spell. Oh, yeah. Hosanna in excelsis. Oh, let's see here. Oh, let me have some peppermint before I sing another song. I need to do is go get me some Vicks Vapor Rub. Just open the jar and let it sit right here. Smell that eucalyptus. That'd be alright. And I'll go get it in a minute. Let's see what this peppermint does. So, I was showing Anastasia the other day. The thing that was on Instagram talking about the candy cane. So a candy cane, the red is the blood that Jesus shed on the cross, and He died for our sins to save us from save us from going to hell and salvation from day to day. The white, let's say the white was like, and this is what the guy said. The white is supposed to be the it cleanses us white as snow and everything. You turn it upside down and it's J for Jesus, for coming as a baby. The shepherd's hook because he is our shepherd. And then they put the two of them together. That's the heart of God. I thought that was pretty and really cool. So we used to have that little card that had the story of the candy cane. I don't know where it went. So, yeah. Maybe I'll go gargle with some warm salt water. Now, y'all remember this commercial? How long does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? With the owl? 1, 2. You see, like 1, 2, and then crunch 3. 3 legs till you get the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. I was like, oh my goodness. Yep. 1, 2, 3, crunch. That's what I was questioning this candy cane made me think of that. I was like, oh my goodness. And cereal. Like cereal. You tried? I ain't gonna try. You tried? I ain't gonna try. Hey, let's get Mackie. He ain't try. He try anything. And he goes, he likes it. He likes it. Oh my goodness. From the 70s. Yes, it is. A Slinky, a Slinky. Such a wonderful toy. A Slinky. Fun for a girl and a boy. Yeah, show him playing with it, going down the steps. We had Slinky, and then remember when the slip and slides came out? Now we had that before we got our pool. And you had to hook up the water hose so it'd be wet and everything. After like I think 1 month, we had it put up by Dad. Goes, hey, play with that no more. My water bill's too high. I was like, like cereal. Yeah. And then I have cinnamon lights now. But when all those cereals came out, they weren't made like they are today. So, making granola is easy. That's something I've done. Like I said, I'll be redoing a lot of the videos or changing things up and doing new things. Oh, they did find the turkey hot dogs. I told y'all that. How that wasn't here yet. I put that on the grocery list, turkey hot dogs. And my son goes, how'd you know they were turkey hot dogs? I said, because that's what I was trying to get the last time and everything. He goes, well, I guess it means they had turkey bone. I said, yeah, but they do, but I don't want that right now. Poor us, the beside was water on long grass. Yeah. Well, my mom and dad, we had a garden. So for a few years, we had the old oh my goodness, sprinkler. The one that rotated, went back and forth like this. So the water would go like this, and then go back like this, and then go back like this, and depends on how fast you had the water running, how high the it go, because that was our fun, was running through the sprinkler. I don't know whose idea it was for the pool. I just know they came home one day, they had gone off. So like back then, it was like Sears, Oh, the Sears and they got it? Or Kmart. Because that wasn't no Walmart where we were. Yeah, oscillating. I think they went to Kmart and got it. When we had me and my sister, my best friend, her brother, their neighbor, and was a couple other kids, neighborhood kids, over to help put it up because yeah, they were cheaper at Kmart. Yeah, because it was round, and you had to have people hold up the sides while you sitting there screwing stuff in so it wouldn't fall down or anything. So the thing was, if you help put up the pool, you'd be able to get in the pool. So everybody was helping put up the pool so we could get in the pool. And it was like, I don't want to say, it was 3.5, 4 feet because it came up to here. So it'd be 4 feet, maybe 3.5, 4 feet deep. I want to say 8 inches around. I forgot how it was a round pool. And it was big. I mean, it wasn't a small one. It was a nice size. That we had. I remember, by that time in high school and everything, it had the liner had just gotten so bad because we tried to keep up with it, but then my dad, when he was working, and everybody kind of lost interest in a way. But when Anastasia's dad was younger, yeah, they took the pool apart. So they took the metal part of the pool, the metal part of the pool, the be round part, and they laid it down and made that their slip and slide. Yeah, that was help with us, and you can y'all can play with it. Y'all can enjoy it all together. So that's what we did. I don't know, coming to go pick up my kids, and they were in a change of clothes. So I looked out, and the pool was down. I'm like, what y'all do with the pool? Well, ain't nobody using it anymore, so I took it down. I'm like, okay, and by that time it gotten expensive anyway, for all the chlorine to put in the water and the filters and everything. So my dad just said nobody's using it, so he just took it down. He said, but don't worry, he goes, they put it to good use. I'm like, okay. Because just as long as nobody gets hurt, they had so much fun. And then one apartment that we lived in, one summer I was a lifeguard, and the lady was telling me, she goes, whoever gets up there first, because because I was being an EMT, one will get the free rent for 3 months, the other get half rent. And I should have gone up right then and there, and I didn't. I waited the next day. I got half rent though for 3 months, so that helped out and everything. But yeah, she would do it. So I did like Friday night, Friday afternoon, Saturdays, and Sundays, and she did it during the week because she was a school teacher, so she was off, and I worked during the day. So, yeah, we were, and the whole time that I was the lifeguard at the pool, the most of the time it was just me and my boys there. Not a lot of people came. Especially on Saturday, you would think, all day Saturday. Nope. People here and there, they, and everything. And so I don't know, it was because I really made people obey the rules or whatever, and she didn't. But they're like, when you hear, hardly anybody comes, like, I have no idea. And, I just tell them, I make them obey the rules. If it says no running or whatever, you can't do that. You know, yes, I was an EMT and I had no medical kit with me in case someone got hurt. You had to call 911. And their little rinky dink first aid kit had really nothing in it to do help with anything. A paper cut, maybe. All right. I gotta figure out what's going on. Oh my goodness. Right. So I went and got my Tiger Balm. Like I said the other night, it's camphor and menthol. That's all it is. And I added my own eucalyptus. I love the smell of eucalyptus. Oh my goodness. I can sit here, leave it open. Sit right there. I still have hot water over there in a coffee pot that I can make me some tea. I sure hope we find my ring, because I've had that mother's ring / grandmother's ring for 11 years. I'll be really upset. So let me pull that song up. Just a little bit ago, I had been washing dishes, and I put it in my pocket and then put it back on. So I was sitting here. I was already live, and I was sitting here. I was like, God, I had my ring linked in my pocket, and it's not there. But this is the same pocket. I had wrapped up the cookies, because we made cookies today, and took it upstairs to Anastasia. And I'm like, oh, when I took the thing of cookies out of my pocket, it probably fell in my pocket. So right before she went to sleep, I went and asked, because everybody reminded me, and the light was off, so my daughter-in-law had a flashlight. I said, well, maybe we'll find it better in the morning. I have a high-powered flashlight. I'm like, I thought to myself, I didn't say anything, but I know during the daytime when it's light, and I don't care if it's dark, and you got the best flashlight there is, you still can miss things. So I'm just like, okay. So it's up there somewhere. And moving around on the bed. Anastasia's jumping around and everything. It could be, I do too, Ruby. Because I already have moved everything around here. Except down here. But if it's on my desk, it would have been right here or over here on the side. And it's not there. I know where it was. Exactly, Heather. Now it depends on who finds it first if I get it back. Oh, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Y'all didn't hear that. Shh. All right, Lord, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that out loud. So like family. You know, some of the TV shows, families just like, oh, you know, you wonder, are there really families out there that like they have on the TV shows? You know, I actually have come across families that are like that on the TV shows. I'm just like, what? That was really funny. I spent an hour looking for a bag. I had buttons in it for a special apron order. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh no. It was upstairs in a room. Good. I know. I know. I know. But you know, the saying is, it's always the last place you look. Well, yeah, it's the last place you look because you found it, so you don't need to look for it no more. So it's that last place you look. You know, because I used to get told that all the time. Well, it'll be the last place you look is when you find it. And I'm like, finally one day, I'm like, well, yeah, it'd be the last place I look because then I won't have to look for it no more. But I don't know who came up with that saying. I really don't. Oh, my nose. Let's see. The holly and the ivy, when they're both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. That's not one king. All the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweetly singing in the choir. That's oh my goodness, I didn't know there's that many verses on that song. They don't sing all those on the Muppet Carol special. Amen, Joy, amen. Thank you. So that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 stanzas to that song. And I've always only heard like 1 or 2 or maybe 3. So, no, we're not doing that. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know. Excuse me. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Alright, so I can see now. I'm gonna be doing like the funny type cartoons. Hey, Robin, how you doing? Singing because whatever is going on. So have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Ho ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her, that's for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by God, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Yep, putting a good old lipstick on, then some chapstick. Let's see here. I've tried to sing I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, and that's a no-go. Jolly old St. Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Now you dear old man, whisper what you'll bring to me. Tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black, with your pack you creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one. You'll be sure to know. Shortest one. Yep, this is the one. It has the thing about the candy cane, and I don't know where it went. Johnny wants Johnny wants a pair of skates. Susie wants a dolly. Nellie wants a storybook. She thinks dollies are folly. As for me, my little brain isn't very bright. Choose for me, no Santa Claus, what you think is right. And that is not the right words. Oh, that's not the right words. I got a message from the CDC to do a survey. Then they tried calling again. On what vax you kids got? Oh, no. They are not allowed to be doing that. No. Now that's an executive order from our president. You just have to go to the White House, Google White House executive orders. I mean, it's been months and months ago, but no. Yeah, no. Let's see. Johnny wants a pair of skates. Susie wants a sled. Nellie wants a picture book, yellow, blue, and red. As for me, I'll leave to you what you think is best. Other than a Santa Claus. And leave it up to us because that's not the words. No. Sometimes you have to look and see. Oh wait a minute, they changed the words. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. So no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home. I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. Alright, good night, Cindy. From Atlantic to Pacific, oh, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. So no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home. Yeah. Then that part I don't remember. I was like, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah, 28 is what I want. Alrighty. One. I'm doing that. I just redo it. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There we go. I say I have the tune in my head, but to sing that part, because it says, take a bus, take a train, go and hop on an aeroplane, put the wife and the kiddies in the family car, for pleasure that you bring. When you make that doorbell ring, no trip could be too far. See, that part I can do. I met a man who lived in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. Hey, New Walls. From Tennessee, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for holidays. So no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine and friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home. And that was just on the fly. Just crossing around. Oh goodness, all right. Let's go on and mess some things. I went to bed not feeling well. Now I'm back up already. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not feeling. I know. A small lingering, not too bad. Oh yeah, I understand. I do that too. It's like your body was like, nope, you need to go down, lay down. Especially, it's like, okay, I go to bed early tonight or something, before I start doing it. And like, because usually it's like everybody's the same time, 11:30, midnight, or whatever, about this time, which is 12:27 my time, Eastern time. I lay there and I fall asleep and I'm like, oh, okay. It's only been 30 minutes and I'm up again. I'm like, come on. And I'm like, Lord, I really like to have some sleep. So, I was like, okay, get up, go to the bathroom, come back, lay back down. It's only been an hour. I'm up again. And I was like thinking to myself, you know what? I'm sitting and tell people I'm going to bed. I might as well just sit up and do lives because I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning anyway. Because it doesn't matter what time I go to bed, my body does the same thing. Right? Oh, here, this is only gets me. Okay, so I things I say in the Psalms 91, and I pray and everything. I take my magnesium because magnesium is supposed to help me, it helps with my muscles and everything. And I go to the bathroom. I was like, all right, put on healing verses, and it's 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, get in the bed, get that nice sweet spot. And I know I'm sitting there within 5 minutes. I'm like, you're kidding me. But I know I better get up and go to the bathroom. So I get up and go to the bathroom. All right, so I'm back. Okay, all right, I'm good. I said, get myself settled and everything. And like going to sleep. And I wake up because I don't hear my phone anymore. I don't hear this. And I'm like, you're kidding me. It's been 30 minutes and it's off. I'm like, well, by that time, I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't feel like getting up. It's cold. It's not too bad. But like I don't feel like getting up and go. I'm like, well, I better get up and go. So I get up and go to the bathroom. And then I lay back down. And I'm like, all right, this time I tell myself I'm laying here going to sleep because I really need to get to sleep. Let me turn the seat down. And then I'm like, I know you're gonna work. Oh, the stupid thermostat. All right, there we go. So, and my dreams. My dreams are very vivid and very active, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, can I have one night that, yeah, I know. I was like, can I have one night that I just like have some peaceful dreams or something other and not active? yeah, yeah. So I wake up, I'm like, okay. So then I have one that says Christmas songs. It's like a 3 hour thing on YouTube. And it's like really, really peaceful. No, not that one. Um, it says bedtime music. It's LADOREMI is the channel. But it's relaxing Christmas music, 3 hours long. It's one I found I like and everything. So I'll put that on and everything. And so I wake up and it's not playing. I'm like, you're kidding me. Oh, so it's one of those ads I went through and everything. You didn't click on to keep the ads. You're still listening. So I turn on. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, you are kidding me. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, all right, get up, go to the bathroom, do the routine again. And from 3 to 8:30 is when I finally sleep all the way through. And like, why? Why? What in the world? I'm like, I don't have to work no more. I don't work night hours anymore. Yeah, so I used to be a night owl all the time. And then, I did have day jobs and everything. It's like I go to sleep to get 8 hours of sleep. I think a total I get is maybe, between 8 and 9 hours. Yeah, it's maybe 7 or so. Oh, or whatever. Now, yesterday I didn't take a nap. Today I didn't take a nap. So I was just like, about 5 o'clock or so, I'll sit there and like, so we had sheets for dinner. So I had some fries. I ate half the fries and half the chicken tenders, but I could feel myself before then. I like my body was winding down and everything. And I'm just like, yeah, it's daytime. I don't need. I'm like, okay. So after I ate, I went and lay down for an hour. Got up. I was like, oh, my mom has fibromyalgia. She says it's common to have insomnia. Yeah, it is. So I was like, I'm like, So one day I felt like, well, I might as well just go live. I'm just wide awake, and I just lay in the bed and just think of things. Exactly. I used to do the best cleaning at nighttime. Everybody was asleep. Oh, it was so funny. My dad, he used to work night shift at the printing press company, and so he would sleep. He slept during the day, so, but nobody bothered him. And I mean, he could sleep through anything. Former army, they could sleep through anything. So something happened one day. Nothing is supposed to be there. Wait a minute. I didn't know you did nothing nursing. Yes, I did. Work night shift. Most of my kids wouldn't miss me off. Nothing's supposed to be there. Yeah. So nobody ever wanted to go wake him up because when we did, I mean, he would just jump and everything. So they always made me go get him up. But he every single spot, the same spot, and he had car accidents. Like one year, it was like three of them at the same spot when he was going to work. And back then, well, they still kind of do. You know, you didn't have cell phones in the 70s. So, um, well, what the police came and knocked on the door. We what was going on. They told us that he had been in a car accident and going up to the hospital. So my mom up there and everything. So after, in 78, 79, 78, 79. Okay. So my brother graduated high school from 81, 82, 83. Okay, so he graduated from college in 84. So by 82, 83, he was having neck problems because also he was walking to the dock to go get something, and it just so happened. All right, good night, Ruby. See you later. He was walking to the dock, and by that time they put not earbuds, the foam ear things in your ears to help with the sound and everything. So he didn't hear them yelling at him right at that time to stop. And when he did, the chain broke, and the garage door that came down and hit him in his neck. And they had called us. I mean, that was in the middle of the night. Them taking him to the ambulance in the ambulance to the hospital and everything. So um, the year, that year he was in physical therapy and everything else. And as it progressed in his X-rays, they told him he would have to have surgery and replace the bones in his neck, because if he didn't, he could. That's how they found out about it. Is when that happened. Because his neck, the bones in his neck, had deteriorated, and one wrong move, he could have snapped his spinal cord and been paralyzed from the neck down. So Psalms 91 again. So they did the surgery, and at that time, so I don't know, now they got all kinds of different things they do. But back in 1984, what they did, they replaced the bone with, they said monkey bone, or that was sure it was monkey or chimpanzee. I'm quite sure it was a monkey, and because that was the closest whatever, and we they did the surgery and everything, and he was in traction at home. I'm quite sure it was after that surgery. And he called me because I was helping. 1984. Yeah, 1984, not 1884. I said 1884. So 1984. So, oh, my nose. He said, "Come here." He called me in there. He goes, as serious could be, he goes, "Promise me this." I'm like, "Promise you what?" He goes, "You promise me first before I tell you what I want." I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "I do not want to be paralyzed the rest of my life." I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "If something happens to me," he goes, "do not let them resuscitate me." You know, basically, he goes, don't want to live that way." And I'm like, why you put it on me? We put it on my brother. So when I was my husband, I was only 14. These days, I can't believe I was that young. I know. I know. So he made me promise if anything happened to him, what he wanted. I'm like, yes, sir. So, but he came through that and everything. So, because that was right at graduation, so he couldn't go to my brother's graduation at college. So it's me, my oldest sister, and my mom. And my other sister was working. I forgot what she was working at. Oh, she was working. That may have been when she was working at security thing, monitor thing, and everything. Yeah, he made it through that, and so she was working nights, something, and because we had the three dogs, we had the Chihuahua, we had my mutt, and we had her ex-husband's black lab, and when we got home, he told us what happened. Because he was in the den watching TV and everything, and all of a sudden someone come to the front door, just like banging on, trying to get the door open and everything. They were trying to break in. Well, say people knew we were leaving to go to South Carolina, but they didn't know he was not going. They thought all of us was going. So that's why we didn't say anything about him staying home. And someone was trying to break in. So we still don't know who that was. We have some theories, but we don't know for sure. And the dogs went wild at that time. He goes, if he had gotten to the front door in time, he would open that front door and let the black lab go after whoever it was. He goes, but he wasn't fast enough because was recovering and everything. So, but I was like, I said, we kind of have a feeling we know who it was. We had our theories. It never happened again. I can tell you that right now. It didn't happen again. Oh, goodness. See if that's what happened. No, it's not a cold. It's just sinuses or whatever. Because I always ask. I was like, tonight I asked my son. You want on 64, you want on 62. Because they asked me, if you get cold, So I sleep better when it's cold anyway. Hey, Misha. And plus, we get the little oscillating heater down here. If I want to turn that on, I normally have turned it on maybe twice since they brought it from storage. Most time I forget it's sitting there. And then I'll look like, oh, I gotta turn that on. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, by that time I'm going to bed. But I've got the heating pad. So I got this heating pad right here. So, and this one I like because it goes, the time it has 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. And the temperature is the same thing. It goes from 1 to 6. I usually have it on 5. I keep forgetting to message you about the mugs. It's okay. Oh, no. Okay, I made the video today. I finally made it today. So I was like, I gotta wait for Misha because I gotta tell her. I made the video today, so it'll be out this week. I'm gonna try to post it tomorrow. Because, go on the app, put all the little doodad things in there, and all that good little stuff, and then upload it to the channel. So then I go in there, and you gotta type in your description and the title and all that stuff and everything. It takes a little while to do all that. So, but yeah, I have 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 7 total. Something like that. When I was talking about, I made the mugs, and I remember every single one. Who gave it to me? Maybe not one I've had for a long time, but about what because some of them are Valentine's and stuff and everything, and then it's fun. I do because I also made these cookies. And then this one. Anastasia can do better with that Pamper Chef. I said Magic Shelf. Pamper Chef cookie press thing. And I'm like, it just always gives us a fit. I will make the cookie dough, but it won't stick on the paper when you pull it off. So you got to peel it off, and hopefully it keeps the shape that you want. Oh, yeah. It is awesome. That's pretzel cookies. Yep. I'm like, man, because you got all the little different shapes you can do. I don't know why it just doesn't come off the thing like it says. Maybe I should go back and read the pamphlet. I am like my dad. Well, I say my dad, so that's the only dad I know. If I don't read directions that well until I get too frustrated. I was like, okay, putting something together, I'll look at the box, and in my mind, I'm going at looking at the box, and I can, this, and this goes there, and that's what I do. And sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. Now, my mom was always one about redirections. I think that's a shelf. Oh, I know exactly. It was the microwave shelf. The first microwaves that came out. Y'all remember those? It was long ago when I bought that thing. It was probably 20 years ago. I remember. Yeah. Well, we found this one at a yard sale, and we got it for $5. So, I've done this, but Anastasia's done it. She can get the thing. She couldn't get to work today either. She goes, it don't want to work. I'm like, I know it don't. So, the microwaves. First microwaves that came out like 77, 78 or so, the big, huge ones. So she got a microwave cart to put it on there. And he was putting it. He just pulled everything. He just started putting it together. She goes, "Can't you wait till I read the directions?" "I don't need no directions." And then he got to a point, he goes, "See, I told you you should have let me tell you the directions of how to do." It was all the time. But yeah, I told her one day, I said, "You're not going to tell somebody who's been in the army or a military or whatever how to do things. They train a certain way to do things, and they're going to do it that way. Just forget it." Yeah, listen, that's all right. It was just funny. They had a great marriage. Everybody has ups and downs and, you know, fuss every once in a while. But do you remember the microwaves that the door folded down? I do remember those, but we didn't have one of those. We had one that just pulls open and everything. And the warning of it was, don't stand in front of the microwave while it's on. I'm like, well, if that's the case, what about staying all around us? What's going on there? Yeah, we had those too. We had the coffee pot that was under the counter. It says under the counter, but your cabinets, it fit under the cabinets and everything. You had to screw it up and everything. We got one of those. I found that if the dough is too stuffed, they don't want to squeeze out correctly. Also, if it's too warm, they came out funny. Yes. So I even put it in the refrigerator, the dough in the refrigerator, for about 10 minutes to see if that would work. Yeah, no, that didn't work either. All right, where's Becca says something? Man, I mean, chat. Do you remember the microwave? Okay, because I don't. Yeah, I do remember. We didn't have one, but I know what you're talking about because I think our friend Becky had one. I don't know. Becky had so many different things. Um, yes. So the microwave cabinet. So the microwave, and then had a shelf right there, but then had the doors underneath of it. It was full of cookbooks. Oh my goodness! With the table and chairs, they put the bench thing that went around the wall and everything. So on one side of the bench, it came up and everything. That was full of cookbooks too. I was like, I know she had probably at least 100, probably more than that, and all the stuff that was up in the books in the attic. The squirrels and the mice and the birds and all made homes in. I'm glad I wasn't the one that had to clean all that out. It was already bad enough. So, and then, oh goodness. So I was like, I want to say 78, 79, 79, 80 around there when we got that microwave. That thing was huge. And then Orville Rettenbacher popcorn came out with the popcorn bags. So we pop popcorn, but we still had the old popcorn maker that had the bottom of it and had the little dip in it. You put the popcorn and then the popcorn oil. They had the dome on top, and the very top you could take that little plastic part off, whatever, and put the butter there so it melt down into the popcorn while it was popping. We used butter and the little part down at the bottom instead of the oil because we want buttered popcorn. You have one of those? I love those things. Those were the best ever. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now that's what I did the other night last week. And Anastasia and I had watching movie night. I made our own caramel caramel sauce for it. It ended up being like a sticky popcorn ball. Because I had to make new popcorn for for the tree. So I think I'll do that Thursday night or Friday night. Probably Friday night. A Thursday night. Make some popcorn and show Anastasia how to string the popcorn. I bought a small one on a Black Friday. Haven't used it yet. Oh wow. Yeah, we have a hot air popper now. But oh my goodness, you make a figgy pudding for Christmas. Oh, that sounds so good. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Bring us some figgy pudding and bring it right here. I tell you, having that this way, I can still smell it. It smells pretty good. Oh, that helps so much. So the trick about putting the Vicks Vapor Rub on the bottom of your feet, you do it before you go to bed, but you also can do it when you wake up. That helps. Sugar plums a couple of years ago, by the way, didn't like them. I love to wonder about those. As the yeah, on Pinterest, I've been getting a lot of recipes about. I'll have to show you because oh my goodness. I see here the nougat stuff. That's not the one I want. But I mean, you look at these pictures, it's like, ooh, let's see if we can make that. So that's why I like doing it on the channel because it's like, let's see if this really will look like the picture shows. Especially in a picture in a book. I just saved it. Because that was like one, um, before I separated the channels, it was supposed to be it said knock you naked bars. That's not what they were. And we tried it. No, that is not what it was called. And that was supposed to be. And then my daughter, Anastasia's mom, found the recipe what it's supposed to be. I'm like, you're kidding me. So funny. It was still good. Far completely Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Far away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. Sing the one song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland. These things, old fashioned, they're called old fashioned jelly nougat candy. I remember those, and I'm like, okay, we gotta look and see what can I substitute this and this, and all that good stuff. I know, remember those? I thought it was pudding. I never seen it. Yes, my husband got dry figs for it. Cool. Yeah. And then, like I said, the pecan log roll. That's still one of my favorites. So I'm gonna try to see about making that because that's when we got into making all our own stuff and cinnamon rolls, and that's how the channel started because I was in Stringfield Ridge Farm, just in the chat. Because back in 2015, 2016, I was looking up um, homesteading and learning about chickens and everything because that's what our plan was. We were going to buy a house with some land and we wanted our own chickens and all, and that's still our goal. And so I'm like, looking at different channels and I found Stringfield Ridge Farm. So um, they were talking about dinner and everything. And so I said we had lasagna. And they already know about, Anastasia having, dairy and stuff. Well, they say, how in the world do y'all have lasagna if you can't use ricotta cheese and everything else like that? And I'm like, well, this is how, so I try to start explaining. She goes, why don't you start making videos? So her and Kathy and a bunch of others like, make videos so we can see how it's done. And so that's how it got started. And I was going to do it before we moved in here, and I was asked, just wait till we move here because the kitchen would be better, blah, blah, blah. So that's when I waited. So 7 years ago, I started making videos. But Google sit there and said, congratulations, you've been a channel maker or member or something, not a member, but YouTube, whatever. I made the channel in 2012. It was when I'm like, no, that's why I made the name because I was doing coupons and everything, so I have it sent to that instead. Yeah, and I was like, but back then I was still looking at about land and all kinds of stuff, so yeah, I've been doing this for a long time because we started. Anastasia was 7 years ago. She was 5. She had just turned 5 and everything. And they try not to do it. You weren't going to tell her not to be in the camera or film or nothing. She's going to be right in that video. Alrighty, Mr. and Mrs. Walter. Thank you for leaving it on. Good night. And we'll see you later. Yeah, so, there's like in 2020, some videos, I was just sitting and talk and everything because of my hands. And I do have a video. I'll show my hands. See if I can find that video. Like, I saw it the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe, I was like, wow, how my hands were. So let's see here. That's the older videos. Love knows no pleasure, love knows no pain. Romance can love for any old time. Here in the open, walking and hoping together. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. Beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. And say, Mary, say no man, you can do the job when you're in town. Let's see if I can find this video. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. Be so afraid of plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Wow. I think that was afterwards. Alright, so let's see here. Because I was showing it in a video with a picture on my phone. And I'm like, that's the same one I picked. Alrighty. Was it that one? I just happened to look up and I saw it. I'm like, ooh, a lot of channel over the years have gone away. Not yet, Heather. Not yet. I was like, oh my goodness. Because, you go up and then, you get that yearly whatever thing that they do. Okay. Has to be back at those. Those. I think I looked at that one. No, I'm going to have to go back and look so I can find it. Because I looked up like, I can't believe I was showing that picture. I thought for sure I had put it in. Let me see. Because I don't know if I can, as far as the posts go, how far it goes back. You've been seeing lots of people leaving. Well, I think a lot of things what's been going on also is people who haven't done anything with their channels for a year or more or whatever, I think YouTube may be starting to just cycle them out. I saw it the other day about them with the AI stuff and everything. Um, your thumbnails, not to use the same thumbnail over and over again, because something about they may consider it spam or something other. So I'm like, oh, I was like, I'll just go in and change them. I'll come up with different ones. I should be crocheting instead of trying to find this picture. I was like, I really want to, because that way I had it running. I looked up and I'm like, oh my goodness, I showed people this picture of my hands. And that's like a year ago. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I've been pasting they from wherever it was before, community tab to this and whatever. Hey Doggerman, how you doing? Oh, thank you so much. So I was wondering if people are going to other platforms. They could be. Like I know people do have this and Rumble, and I'm just like, I can't do all that. One platform. They just trying to keep us Instagram. No, that's one or the other. And right now, this is doing better and everything. So, and Instagram is way more like just keeping up with people, friends, and people I've like Little Jordan Farm, Tammy. I've known her for years. So, and different people just keep up with them. Cynthia, Craft Some More, Misha, and um, that's basically like, if I see stuff, I share it. That's like today. I haven't, only time I was on it today was with Anastasia, and we watched a couple of things. Then we did our two songs, um, Phoenix and Fur. We sing that their theme song, and then we sang the Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need. The sun and rain and the apple seed of the Lord is good to me. Lord is good to me. La 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 dee dee. The Lord is good to me. Oh, here am I, blue, blue sky, doing as I please, singing with my fellow friends, humming with the bees. I wake up every day as happy as can be, because I know that with this care, the apple tree will still be there. Oh, the Lord is good to me. So we sing those every night. And we do have our little thing. That's like, I'll say something that IG has less personal drama. Yeah. Unless you go on a political platform and you say something, people agree with something that happened. Oh boy, like whatever. 2 years ago. Well, 2 years ago now. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's where I did the blocks, the quilt blocks. Yeah, and I've seen things change over the years, and you know with the requirements and everything, and I'm like trying to keep up. It's like I was like, I'll do my best, and that's all I can do. Because like I said, when I started, you only needed 500 subscribers and 1,000 hours to be monetized. Yeah, I don't do all that social media stuff. It's too much. Exactly. And I just like, now, I was like, once in a while, when my hands were the way they were, it was easier for me to post what I cooked and everything on Instagram and make a video and try to sit here and type and everything because I just couldn't do it. I was thinking, oh, my daughter-in-law sent me the picture again. Probably just going through her text messages just as much as I'm scrolling here. But my scrolling is for a purpose, trying to find a picture. Let me see. All right, that was Mother's Day 2 years ago. Yeah, it's gotten ridiculous. So this one person, he kept on and on and on. So I finally go, thank you for the follow. And then he finally goes, what do you mean follow? I'm like, you just keep on going. I said, the more you talk to me, the more you're going to get people interested and see what's going on. And they're just going to follow me. So thank you for being a fan. He goes, what do you mean being a fan? I ain't your fan. I'm like, you keep talking to me. So apparently you like what what's going on. So that means you're a fan. And, that means other people are going to see and wonder what they are. And then they're just going to come to my Instagram. So thank you for being a fan and promoting me out. He stopped. Oh, yeah, I was going to try. And I didn't tell Joy if I got to tell her. So you had to have 50 subscribers or members or whatever to for TikTok to go live. I went to go do it the other night because I was going to do it while I had a phone here and this and oh, they changed it. Now it's 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, that was like YouTube. I was just like, oh my goodness. Every time I got close to that first milestone or whatever, they would change it. And I was like, thank you. Don't change it no more. Just leave it. You know. So I'm like, and I say, then they changed it to after a couple of years. So like got close to 500 subscribers. They changed it to 1,000, and then once the hours they had changed to like 3,000, and then they changed it to 4,000. So I'm just like, so I've not my channel hasn't like was not one that you know was fast or anything else. It's been slow rolling, so that's okay. I'm hardly ever on IG or Facebook. I don't mind IG, but Facebook got to be too much. And I got rid of most of everything. I know. I have to approve friends' requests, and I'm very selective. I do too. Well, I kind of sort of put a private in it, but with the affiliates I have, like with the Mud Water and Premier Yarns, who else? Lion Brand, and oh my goodness, I got one of the books over there. I have to have they request that be public so that if when I post anything on there, they can see it. Just like when I post anything on here about um, different sales that they're having and everything, they can see it. So that's one reason why I start doing the yarn thing, because of my yarn affiliates or craft affiliates, they can see that I am doing yarn. I'm on Facebook to connect with family and friends, but I don't post a lot. Uh, yeah. It used to be fun, to post. Then people just, you know, so. Mm, well, that's when I had my carpal tunnel surgery. Okay, so just an idea. All right, so that's the carpal tunnel surgery. All right, so but that's how I would have to wrap my hands up so that because they would be so dry and I don't want to say scaly, but um, peeling type thing that you know just the slightest touching like yarn and everything, it would come up this. Think of a scouring pad and you take and rub stuff across it. That's really my hands were. If it wasn't for that, I'd be on Facebook. But sometimes maybe posting um something funny, something about the Lord. Just I remember. Oh my goodness, a preacher one time he was talking about the TV. It was a blue tube, and you glued to it and everything. Instead of being at church or watching a football game, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, they said that about the radio. Then just like there are too many garbage ads on Facebook. I know. And then here's one I've shown before. So anything can be anything that's like so the radio, you could bad music or good music. They got preaching on the radio, and then it was the same way with the TV. And you know, I'm like, when people are talking about how bad it was, that makes if they have preaching on the TV, don't let them makes them people not to come to church and everything. I'm like, well, what about the people in the nursing homes that can't come to church? Don't they need something they can listen to the gospel about? They not attend. Because at the church, you know, well, we're praying or whoever's praying and everything, we leave out the back. We had several doors we could leave out. And so he was always at the back because I call it the back with the glass doors and everything because everybody's going to the cars and everything. So we were going that way. My mom and dad wants to shake everybody's hand. And so, or we sit and talk to people and everything. But as we're going, and he called me Fancy Nancy every time I saw him. And So he shook my hand, and I asked him, I said, well, don't the people in the nursing home need television or something to wait so they can listen to the gospel message too? I think everybody just stopped and just listened to see how he would respond. He didn't say anything. I don't know if he said anything, I don't recall. But I remember saying that. And, all right. So I've seen it shown this before. This is how much weight I put on when I was hurt. And I know it was close to 400 pounds. Close to it. So 400 compared to 245. I'm good. I don't know. I want to, I'm still going to, work on that and everything. And I think it was so funny. I was telling her. So I'll tell the story because other people have come in. So last week I went to, I don't know, I started posting more than 3 years ago. All right, so I went to Walmart and and I was looking, so like in the middle thing we have in the refrigerator department and everything. Go look in those middle things and everything because you'll find some cool stuff. Well, I found where I had a thing of 60 eggs for $10. So I was like, you know, next time I come, I'm gonna get that thing of eggs and everything. So, it didn't work out or whatever. So I didn't get it. Come home. The card or so didn't work and I was like, okay. So I'm like, put eggs on the grocery list. So I was like, okay, Lord, the next time I go. So, and I was going to try and go this week, but the weather kept changing and everything. So I said, forget it. So I went ahead and just put eggs on the grocery list because they always get the 2 count of the 18 eggs. So they come home from the grocery store and my daughter-in-law's bringing stuff in. I see this box. Like, what kind of box? I thought it was a huge box of like pre-made hamburgers because we've done that before. And so they found a deal somewhere and they picked it up. I looked, it says eggs on it, and I started giggling to myself. I think she thought I was laughing at her. I wasn't laughing at her. I'm like, okay, Lord. I talk about those little windows that the Lord shows you, hey, I'm taking care of this. Just trust me and keep going what I told you to do. So I was like, I get the giggles. So I'm laughing and everything. So they come in and everything. They finish. They get boots off and everything, take a rest and everything. So as they're putting stuff away, my son turns to me. She goes, first she goes, you need to tell her about that box. So he goes, all right. He goes, I do not want to see eggs on the grocery list next week. He goes, or it expires like they say it expires like in the end of January or something. He goes, you shouldn't need eggs for a while. And I get to laughing at him. I was like, I'm not laughing at you per se, but it's funny and cute too. I said, here's the funny thing was I saw that last week when I went and with, the health card and Walmart and all the technology not working. I said, there's things was wanting to get that I couldn't. I said, but I had saw that in the middle case thing in the dairy. And I thought, oh, that's not a bad price, 60 eggs for $10. I said, so next time I come, I'm going to pick that. I'm going to get that and everything. And I'm listening. He goes, I'm like, I didn't even tell y'all about it. He goes, yeah. He was so proud he found that box of 60 eggs. He goes, and there's your eggs. I said, thank you. I was like, that was so funny. So I was telling us before Misha came on. So I was like, I know, that is so great. 16 eggs are $10. So I was like, so I was telling him there was a story on Instagram, and I had shared it. So I had shared it with Misha. But the guy said he was house sitting for his boss because his boss has gone on vacation and everything. So apparently, long enough that this guy, he has a room that he can set up stuff there to work at the boss's house. And he goes, everything's fine. He goes, there's I think it was a ceiling light or a low light. And he goes, I just need a light, an extra light in the room. He goes, I didn't pray about it. He goes, I didn't really feel like I need to pray about it because it's a light. You can go buy a $10 light at the store. And he goes, all right, Heather, you have a wonderful night. So he goes, I don't like the, really didn't need to pray about it. He goes, so the next he goes, I volunteer at a church about with furniture and everything, and they, donations of furniture, and they try to, give it to people or something another like that. And he goes, my day is the next. So my day was the next day. So he goes and he's helping out and everything, and then these people drop off furniture and everything, and they drop off 2 lamps. And he goes, oh, pretty cool. Some cool looking lamps. And so the lady that's the head of it, everything, he said Mrs. So came over and everything. And she was like, oh, good gracious. She goes, more lamps. She goes, I don't know how in the world I'm going to get rid of these lamps. She goes, she turned to him and I said Walter, but we'll just give the guy's name Walter. And she goes, do you need a lamp? He goes, well, Mrs. So, is Mrs. her name? He is, as a matter of fact, he goes, yes, I do need a lamp. And she goes, you pick which one you want and it's yours. Just you take whichever one you want, you take it, and then I can get rid of at least one of them. And he goes, the minute things that we don't think about praying about, or the small things and everything, but the Lord still hears the desires of our heart and everything. And yeah, he goes, I didn't think about praying for a lamp. He goes, I just knew I needed one, and I was like, I just need a lamp. And he goes, the Lord listened. He goes, and there it was. And I was like, that was just reminding me that, here, we think of, this might be a small stuff or anything, but I didn't tell them about the eggs because that was going to be a surprise. Because I was like, I can buy the 60 eggs, like the, and everything, and then we wouldn't have to put it on the grocery list and everything. And then here they come with those eggs. It just reminded me of that story. And I'm like, well, Lord, that's those little windows. I used to say in the channel on videos, the little windows the Lord is letting you. I'm working on this. Some things take a little bit longer than others, but it's like, okay, that kind of just really touched my heart. So, I was like, are you kidding me? Went all the way back to the very beginning. And then one picture I want to show y'all. So I was like, I really was like, I love that. It was just, it just really was like, I like that story because I shared that story to Anastasia last night. And then the eggs were today. I'm like, oh, that's so funny, but it was cool at the same time because I didn't say anything to them about the eggs. I was just going to be as surprised that I come home with a big thing of eggs. You know? Lord is good to me. Oh, here am I, blue, blue sky, doing as I please, singing with my feather friends, humming with the bees. I wake up every day as happy as can be, because I know that with this care, my apple tree will still be there. Lord is good to me. Let's see here. It's been a year ago. Year ago. I still made the blankets. Yeah, because it was a picture of how much weight I had actually put on, and then how much I had lost. And so I went to answer a question and went right back to the very beginning. Oh, there we go. All right. So I showed y'all how much weight I had. That was in 2012. So it says 2012. Second picture is 2021. So that was in 2021. And then this one, that one's 2023. So that's not the one I wanted to see. All right. Let's further down. More snow pictures. So it's like, this is like, it goes 2 years ago. So I'm all the way to the end. And it said it's 3 years ago that I started posting stuff. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Coming with the bees. I wake up every day. Happy asking me because I know that with this care, apple tree will still be there. All the Lord is good to me. So that's the sewing. So they're getting there. Yeah, because any fabric, oh my goodness. I ended up buying white gloves like ladies used to wear back in the 30s and 40s and all that 50s to wear because I couldn't touch anything. La 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 dee, la 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 dee, da la 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 la. Y'all know that song? Happy trails to you until we meet again. That's about all I know, except like, who cares about the weather? We're together. Sing a song about, something about the weather. Oh my goodness. Things you think of as you're sitting here scrolling and you see something and think, oh, yeah, I remember that. Hey, Karma, how you doing? Yep, at the end of was it Roy Rogers? Oh goodness. All right, we're getting there because that's my surgery on my hand. More food. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. So no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't be home sweet home. I met a man who lived in Tennessee. He was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. I got dizzy there for a minute because this is going fast. So no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home. Da da dee 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 dee. La 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 la. Let's go away, walking in a winter wonderland. In the lane, snow is glistening, floating, is glistening. Beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. And all right, here we go. So this was, all right, so this was 2012. I showed y'all that. I understand that. All right. So this is 3 years ago. So no, it's 3 years ago. And then things happen, and I know what I'm supposed to eat. So that's why it's back on the grocery list. All right, let's see here. Yeah, editing photos for Christmas. I'm okay. I'll be frustrated. I know. Oh my goodness, your cat in your video today. She was so darling. She just loving you, and she wasn't camera shy. She sure she in that camera. I tell you. So, but yeah, so it was probably to go find. I'll have to go find that picture tomorrow. I'll get the other SD card out and find it so I can show y'all. Yeah, she had me laughing. It was so cute. Oh my goodness. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. First comes a stocking, a little Nell. Oh dear Santa, feel it well. Give her a dolly that laughs and cries. One that will open and shut her eyes. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Now comes a stocking of little Will. Oh, just see what a glorious film. Here is a hammer and lots of tacks. A baseball whip, baseball, basketball, and a whip that cracks. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. There's hats Rebecca's been working on. Because my cat misses me since I've been in the little cabin. Every time I go into the RV, she's talking, meowing and rubbing me and wanting me to pet her all. She's usually more moody and put her teeth on my hand. I guess the saying goes, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The horse knows a way to carry the sleigh through the white drifted snow. Over the river and through the woods, how the wind does blow. Stings the toes and bites the nose as over the ground we go. Over the river and through the woods to have a full day of play. Oh, hear the bells ringing, ting ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling. No, that's not how that. It says over the river and through the woods to have a full day of play. Or hear the bells ringing, ting-a-ling-ling, for it's Christmas Day. And over the river and through the woods, trot fast my dapple gray, springing o'er the ground, just like a hound, for this is Christmas Day. Over the river, through the woods, and straight through the barnyard gate, It seems we go so carefully, it's so hard to wait. Over the river, through the woods, now Grandma's cap I spy. Hooray for fun, the pudding's done. Hooray for pumpkin pie. It's called a love bite. Yeah, sometimes we have to learn the language of what our animals want to say. And sometimes if they could talk, I was like, I wonder what they would say about us. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, Rebecca got her Addy out. She's been cranking out hats down. That's pretty cool. La 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 la. Here we go, a caroling among the links of green. And here we go, a wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you a Christmas too, and to you. La 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 la. I don't know all the words. La 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 la. So that's not on here. Hey, wait a minute. Wait, back up here. Hi, Jolly Christmas. Nope. Well, maybe it's this one. Here we come, a whistling among the leaves of green. That's what it is. Here we come, a wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you and to your whistle too. Oh my goodness. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. We're not daily beggars that beg from door to door, but we are neighbors' children whom you've seen before. Love and joy come to you and to you myself too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God bless and send you a happy new year. They might sometimes I know. I have a bunch of cats that bite when they are being loved on at their request. They must really love and trust me. Sometimes they try. Yeah, they do. Yep, Donnie makes up lyrics. Oh no. Yeah, I know. My cat. Yeah, well, he didn't. Only time I think he did that when he was injured. I don't know. He was funny. Good master and mistress, as she sit by the fire. Pray think of us poor children who wander in the mire. Love and joy come to you and to you also too. Bless you and send you a happy new year. And God bless send you a happy new year. See, that doesn't go in it for some reason. Call up the butler of the house, and put on his golden ring. It says, call up the butler of the house, put on his golden ring. Let him bring us all a glass of beer, and better we shall sing. Wow, okay. Never seen all the verses before. Hmm. Good King Winston's looked it out on the feast of Stephen when the snow lay round about. All right, Dogglebin, you have a good night. And those bites can sneak in when you're not looking. I know. Good King Winston looked it out on the feast of Stephen when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cool, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Yes, they're too cute for my own good. Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou knowest telling yonder peasant who is he, where and what his dwelling. Sir, he lives a goodly hence, underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Ange's fountain, by St. Ange's fountain. Sire, the night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger, fills my heart, I know not how, I can go no longer. Walk my footsteps, my good page, tread thou in them boldly, thou shalt find the winter's rage, freeze the blood, let's call coldly. In his master's step he trod, where the snow lay dented, heat was in the very sod, which the saint had printed. Therefore Christian men rejoice, we the rank possessing, ye who now will bless the poor, shall yourselves find blessing. So here's a story, actually. You can tell it's a poem. Alright, so good King Winston looked it out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cool, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. All right, so without looking up when this was written, but it talks about how cold it was even back then and everything. So, hither pay, stand by me, if thou knowest his telling, yonder peasant, who is he, where and what his dwelling. So the king, good king, wants this. So the king is asking his page, where is this man coming from, or do you know anything about him? And he says, sir, he lives a good league hence, underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Ange's fountain. So then the page, my understanding, is asking the king, because he says, sire, the night is getting darker and the wind blows stronger. Fails my heart, I know not how. I cannot go no longer. So, okay, the man is finally up. The poor man is up to the castle or wherever this is at. So he's asking the king, so he says, sire, in reference to the king. He's telling about the night is darker and the wind blows stronger. His heart is failing, so he not know how. He cannot go on longer. Mark my footsteps, my good page. Tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage. Freeze the blood less coldly. So to me, that part is he's answered, all right, Misha, you have a good night. I've read an old public domain stories because the copyright expired long ago. Exactly. I guess he's telling him to come inside now. It says, and his master's step he trod. So then he told him to come in. So in his master's step he trod, where the snow lay dented. So he's stepping in the steps. Like like a kid does when they step in your or someone else like you leading and they step in your footprints wherever you're going. So where the snow lay dented, heat was in the very sod which the saint had printed. Therefore Christian men rejoice, wreath or rank possessing, ye who now will bless the poor, shall yourselves find blessing. So I think that's pretty good. Hmm. Hmm. Caroling, caroling, now we go. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling through the snow. Christmas bells are ringing. Joyous voices, sweet and clear. Sing the sad of heart to cheer. Ding dong, ding dong. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling through the town. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling up and down. Christmas bells are ringing. Mark we well the song we sing. Glad sometimes we have lost the tune. Now we bring ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling, now we go. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling through the snow, Christmas bells are ringing. Joyous voices, sweet and clear, sing the sad of heart to cheer. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling near and far, Christmas bells are ringing. Oh my goodness. Following, yonder star, Christmas bells are ringing. Sing we all this happy morn, lo, the King of Heaven's born. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. La 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 la. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. Alright, I am going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Alrighty. I'm gonna move this chair. Move those to over here. Chair here. Nobody's going anywhere tomorrow. That'll be fine, just like that. Wee. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling on the lanes. Well, yeah. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's filled with toys for the boys and girls again. Hear the sleigh bells jingle, jingle, oh, what a beautiful sight. Jump in bed, cover your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor, he loves you just the same. Santa Claus knows we're all God's children, that's right. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor, he loves you just the same. Santa Claus knows we're all children. I can't get the Santa Claus knows we're all God's children, that makes everything right. So fill your hearts with the Christmas cheer, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, down Santa Claus Lane. He'll come around when the chimes ring out that it's Christmas morn again. Peace on earth will come to all, if you just follow the light. Let's give thanks to the Lord above, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Then it says, here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen, all his reindeer pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. I think of Elvis when alrighty. Yeah, nature calls. I think of Elvis every time I hear that song. Him singing that song on the, when they play it on the radio. All right. But yeah, Blue Christmas. We all remember Elvis singing it, but I think it was either Gene Autry or Bing Crosby. One of them sung it way before that. And just for some reason Elvis just felt like he made that one famous. Let's see here. Let's see how far I get on this block. Shouldn't take me too long. I'm sitting there looking at the other phone. So once in a while, it goes dark, and I'm like, what's going on over there? You all plugged up. So we got carrots and cauliflower. I still have some broccoli, cucumbers, and I got some more cream cheese. I'm doing a veggie tray like I did for Thanksgiving for Anastasia and me. And then I don't know. I need to look and see, because I told them I did put Land O'Lakes meat down. I wanted a different brand. For some reason the Land O'Lakes just get so greasy or something. Another. I don't think so. I'll just do a couple verses on this one. I saw 3 ships come sailing in Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Could see and what was in the ships saw 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And I don't even see that verse. Was in the ships saw 3 on Christmas Day in the morning. Pray whither sail the ships of 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I've been playing Great Christmas Light Fight on in TV marathon since I met the cabinets on their Roku. So many beautiful light to play. Oh, that's awesome. Pray whither sail the ships of 3 on Christmas Day in the morning. Oh, they sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. They sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the souls on earth shall sing on Christmas Day, Christmas Day. And all the souls on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. Let us all rejoice again, Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Let us all rejoice again on Christmas Day morning. And it repeats the first verse. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Oh yeah, definitely. It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the most wonderful time of the year. No, it's the most happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting and marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tell the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be parties for hosting and marshmallows for testing and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tell of the glories of Christmases long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts we glowing when loved one are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah, okay. Andy Williams show comes to mind when I sing that one. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You know the variety shows back in the 70s? Sonny and Cher, Andy Williams show, Barbara Mandrell, the Mandrell sisters. Oh my goodness. The Carpenters. Let's see who else had one. Perry Como. The Annie and Marie show. I'm a big Oh, Lordy. 500 people watched 1 hour. Nancy would have her hours. Yep. That is exactly right. And that would be awesome. 250 people watch 2 hours. That would be cool. La 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 dee 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 dee. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Let's see here. Joey's doing the numbers. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing on bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing, Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, it's the right time, it's the right time. Walk the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mixing and mingling and jingling beat. That's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell rock. Just let it play. I've been doing my part finishing up, finding old live streams to play through. Oh, thank you so much, Joy. 65 people watched 8 hours. Yep. Just hear the sleigh bells ringing, ding, ding, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling, friends are calling you. Yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the snow show. Oh, I lost my place. Let's look at the show. We're riding a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up is grand. Just holding your hand. We're riding along in a song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like the birds on a feather would be. Let's take that road before us, sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'd be the perfect ending of a perfect day. We sing our songs we love to sing without a single pop, 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 pop. At the fireplace while we watch the chestnuts pop, 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 pop. Some happy feeling nothing in the world can buy. As we sit on, as we pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie, and be nearly picture print by Courier and us. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. Just hear the sleigh bells ring on, jing, jing, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling, friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Alrighty. Hey, yeah, that was the manifestation party. Yeah, manifestation party. That was a 24-hour live challenge, I think it was. Yeah, they no, doing that again. I like this little site. I gotta save it. And where did that come up from? Hmm, I don't want to save it there. All right, there we go. Yeah, and then alrighty. And not going on that right there. Instagram. I'm gonna get it. Alrighty. I think I'm starting to wind down. I can feel myself doing that. And I was trying, about 4 more minutes. So it'll be 3 hours and 45 minutes. We'll do it like that. Oh, thank you, Joy, for putting that there. And I was saying it's the monetization party live because it started in the morning. Let's see, I started 1 in the morning, and then I broke it up a little bit. But then we went live that night, and then yeah, it was it was fun. But there's no way I could do a 24-hour live again unless I just broke it up. But basically, that's kind of like in that way what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for the watch hour. Well, not only for the watch hours. I like just, because like I said, I know people who are up at this hour or, hour behind me, 2 hours behind me, 3 hours behind me, and goes on that way. And that way there's people that are, 1, 2, 3, 8 hours ahead of me. So I figure, kind of like this time, everybody's asleep upstairs, not to worry about hearing anything that shouldn't be heard and everything. So I figure I just, it's quiet. I can go live, and have fun and keep people entertained and crochet at the same time. And I'll probably have those blocks done tomorrow night. We'll put the blanket together and I can start on the cross stitch stuff. So when I'm cross stitching, everything is up here, or I've got bifocals on, and you think you're supposed to be able to see better. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just a ploy to get money. Because it's like, really? Because I still have to take the glasses off to read if I want to read something up, Because, all right, this is my notebook. Of course, I can, read it. Here's a little book. And of course, when the words are nice and big and bold, that's fine. And these aren't, I want to say these are small, too small to read or anything. But I'm like, I'll be sitting here, I'm like adjusting and doing this number and that number. And I'm just like, and I know how bifocals are supposed to work and everything. But I'm just like, this don't do no good for me. So unless it's just like distance, I'm just like, I'll just do this. So I was talking to the eye doctor, and I said, I still take my glasses off to sit there and read like up close, because a lot of people still do. I was like, so why do we have those anyway? She goes, it's so that you don't have to have 2 pairs of glasses, one for up close and one for distance. And I'd rather have a pair of glasses for up close and then one for distance, because on bifocals, you only get this little area, like where my fingers are, to see through. Everything else on this side, and then further in, is all blurred. I don't even know what we're paying for, because you don't get the full benefit of the bottom part being where you can see up close, and up here, the middle, whatever, you're supposed to see far away. So I'm like, what are we paying for? A piece of just little thin area you can look through? That doesn't help people or anything, especially like your side views and everything. And I'm just like, next year I must, if I go again next year, I'm just gonna say I want a pair for up close and a pair for far away. you cheating me out of my site because the way y'all make the lenses. Ah. So y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for everybody in the chat, the TV watchers, the replay watchers. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on this journey and everything, and to the next milestone. And those who are doing YouTube and just hang in there. I don't understand why some channels go faster and others don't. It's just I just never. So just hang in there and keep going. That's all I can say. The one thing they don't tell you when you get those progressive lenses is that you can't see out the side. That's why I picked line both bifocals. Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't tell you that. They don't say anything, because they think you think the line would be better than the line, but they don't tell you that because it's more money for them this way. So next year I may go beginning. I guess more I may go back and just tell them I want different. Your glasses are wrong. Yeah, I understand that. I'll tell you. So thank y'all for being here and hanging out and everything. I've enjoyed it. I'm gonna get some sleep. We'll be doing it again tomorrow night. So yeah, every night till the 31st. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed night. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Stay safe. We love y'all. And we'll see you next time on Our Treasure Home. That'll be tomorrow night.